or the Nigerian police force on that matter?
I was discussing with your IG. Last week we arrested a kidnapper in Nigeria, and that's a kidnapper that operates along the coastline of West Africa.
A very, very dreadful, infamous Nigerian kidnapper has been arrested within the shores of West Africa. Like, for this man to be arrested shows that a lot was put in. A lot was really involved for this man to have been arrested. And report from this video shows that he is a Nigerian with double passport. He has his family in Ghana. And yes, he shuttles Nigeria and Ghana. Guys, this video is well loaded. And you are definitely going to see as well Nigerians that have been arrested who were trafficked as well to Ghana as a result of what? Crime and corruption. Let's watch these videos alongside one of my brother from Ghana who has a breakdown of what the Ghana president actually went to do in Japan. I just wanted to spice this up, right? Let it not be boring. But let's watch these videos and I'll be right back.
Ghana government, you are protesting Ghana. I mean Ghanaians, you are protesting Ghana about Nigeria should be let their shower go. Nigerians should stop doing a shower in Ghana. All these Nigerian girls in Ghana doing a shower, Ghana, that should be your protest. Let them go. They are too much. I am a Nigerian, but I'm doing a legit business in this country. So if you're a Nigerian, you're in this country, you're doing illegal business, you should be sent back to Nigeria, not to spoil other people's name. So Igbo King shouldn't be your problem here in Ghana, Ghanaians. So your protest in Ghana should be let their shower girls go because they are too much here. I'm crying about this every time. Every time I'm saying this, most of you are not taking me serious. You are our Nigerian girls are doing a shower in this country. It's alarming, it's annoying. So Ghanaians, that should be your protest. Let Nigerian girls stop doing a shower here in Ghana because you see a small girl of 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, small girls, they are here spoiling Ghanaians' name. They also spoiling our names as Nigerians, doing a shower here. So that should be your protest, not the other way around. Not about Igbo kingdom or Igbo man. Shouldn't be your problem. Or Nigeria doing business, there shouldn't be a problem. Your problem should be let this shower go. All this position is here. It's plenty.
or the Nigerian police force on that matter?
I was discussing with your IG. Last week we arrested a kidnapper in Nigeria, and that's a kidnapper that operates along the coastline of West Africa. Like I told him, he even has houses. His family are based in Ghana here, and that's the only kidnapper that kidnapped, and he demands ransom in dollars, $1 million. I think most of the ransom, about $6 million so far, were in dollars, and he can keep a victim for as long as 6 months. So you can see how it's very sad, keeping somebody for 6 months until we finish paying that money, and he doesn't release the victim until that money is complete. The money he give out is completed. And I think these are areas that we need to, like I said, I will discuss with you later, because I was told that he has his family in Ghana and he has 2 houses in Ghana. I even have the addresses. I think these are things we are going to discuss. Finally, the importance of actionable intelligence sharing cannot be overemphasized, as today, through such exchange of information, Nigerians are celebrating the arrest of the infamous and recently nabbed Nigerian Ghanaian kidnapper. I say Nigerian Ghanaian, but it's a Nigerian, but he also has a Ghanaian passport. And I think that's something you have to look at. Nigerian Ghanaian kidnapper, Chukwudemeji George, Onwamadike. They also call him alias Evans. It's a very popular name in Nigeria, Evans. They call him Evans. That's what is criminal, what do you call it? That's his short name. Instead of this long name, they say also known as Evans. We call him Evans in Nigeria. Evans was apprehended 2 weeks ago by the IGP's ex-squad after many years of evading arrest, using kidnapping as a franchise for terrorizing Nigerians and many countries across the African continent, particularly the host country at this conference, Ghana. Together.
First of all, I want us to start from portions of your speech. You talked about a Nigerian kidnapper who has been arrested.
So that's the only one you can pick.
We'll talk about intelligence sharing also. We want you to give us more information on that, how you were able to arrest him, and then the collaborations that you had with the Ghanaian government to be able to arrest this man.
Okay, thank you very much. Let me say, AKA Evans, was arrested 2 weeks ago in Nigeria. And this is forgive that we believe us. Introduced a different novel idea of this kidnapping. He brought all his family to be based in Ghana, while he stays in Nigeria and be kidnapping people. And when he kidnaps, you know, it's what do you call it? His price tag are always in dollars. $1 million, 50 million naira, 120 million naira. Those are the. That's why Nigeria they refer to him as a billionaire kidnapper. He's a billionaire, and just like I discussed with my counterpart in Ghana, I think we need to, because he has 2 passports, Nigerian and Ghanaian passport, and like I said, his family and children are based in Ghana here. So I think it's very important that we need to put an eye on his activities in Ghana. These are some of the issues, as you observe. These are some of the issues we have to together put our heads together to see how we can make the West African sub-region difficult for any will-be criminal, any of them.
You stated that he has been operating on the coastline of the West African coastline. Can you tell us some of the countries?
And obviously, anyway, so far from our own end, we're able to track some of his properties in Lagos. We're able to track some of his gang members in Nigeria. But just like you observed, he may have some gang members in other places. And I think that's why I believe that the information we give our counterparts in Ghana, we're going to assist us to unravel some of these issues you are discussing. Whether he has a team in Ghana here, whether they've been involved in any kidnapping, or whether they've been involved in, because he indicated that he started with drug trafficking first before he veered into kidnapping. So there are so many things I think we can track on that Evans.
So do you have fears that he could possibly have trafficked, drugs using the Ghanaian passport and the other things I talk about?
Whatever he does, I think he has met the end of his whatever he's doing now. He's going to cooler. And I want you to understand that, in some states in Nigeria, kidnapping carries a death penalty. So it's not an offense that you take and leave it in Nigeria.
So we have the Ghana IGP also here. David Asante here with us. I want you to first of all respond to the issues raised by the Nigerian IGP and what you as a Ghana Police Service, the information that you also have about this kingpin that we know of a kidnapper.
Well, having listened to the Inspector General of Police in Nigeria, we've come to realize that crime has become transnational, and therefore we can only fight this crime through international collaboration. This is exactly what we are doing. He's mentioned certain platforms like the West African Police Chiefs Organization, and then the head of Interpol in Nigeria also did mention a platform called the Interpol Network, the I-24/7. This is a platform that we share information and intelligence, and we're going to use that medium that will enable us, unravel some of the mysteries behind the arrest of these kidnappers in Nigeria. Some of these things we cannot tell people, but we are talking to ourselves and we're going to exchange information.
Obviously, his family are in Ghana and the police will be tracking.
Any landlord who is housing Nigerians in his abode or whichever, any landlord has given a house to Nigerians and the Nigerians are living there. Quick, send an audio recording to the Ghana Immigration Service. Why is it that these Nigerians, these crooks, still cannot find that 36 states?
Supo Felix K. Cosmos, Yawaya Bachuna Divisional Police Commander, edit to UTV Kasebonim se match Bosome, Nede Toso Eduno 9, and you ran on son and a Munya Tepofa, or Mokochi ni Pamienua, no more de a Mabio Mufri Nigeria, Echo Hotel be a Bachuna, says Sebi or Mokobo 2 bra, or the Tuja say, or more the Sandy Pamienui, Ebeko Anti-Human Trafficking Unit, CID Headquarters, no Mayan Semnimu Enshishimu.
Yefa, a Mayan Sia, and I a science of Chi, a Maya Munu, Abacon, Eddie, I fee. Mba a wodi eduasamiensa ene Amanda Eze a wodi eduonu mfie eduonu miensa I say omo na omo de saa maye ifi Nigeria mu say omo ka kire omo say omo de omo kɔ Dubai ene Germany na I say omo akwakoye maid ewo ho na mo omo de omo du Ghana ha say na omo de omo kɔ hotel ho na omo ka kire omo say omo nsisi omo ho I just say omo kwako ton omo ana so omo kwako bo uhubra na omo de etua scars ufa suspect ana say omo madam no se ode omo ko abuchire no ekoko dane sa no ebinum ye say omo de omo nye e say fi vitiase no nye sa na omo ne omo kan no omo ye say omo ko Dubai ni Germany na fi de e ba ne say na fi de omo aba bedu Ghana na mu no mba beda mba be ye tutu for de ha de omo nye nti ebi de omo ye enti se ne de e be say ye de omo e ba be ko anti human trafficking unit a ɛwɔ CID Ecotes na akwakoye nhwemu na sɛ kɔba ne sɛ ampa sɛ allegation na sɛ kwadua yɛde yɛ sɛ bubɔ mu a yɛde ɔmo akwakogyina mmara nim
ɛmaayɛ nsia yɛ aposifoɔ no ɛkɔgye wɔn no ɔmo di mfie aduonu baako ɛkɔsi aduonu nsia na wɔn mu din enie Queen Adeke, Blessing Ane, Precious Okafo, Joy Sunday, Success Okeke, Blessing Obueze, Amanda Ezechioma ya dodoɔ na Freddy Faith edit to UTV anim say Angel and the Tyson Jumedi ni nyina echi enu nti no aposifoɔ ɛmɔmɔden a ɛhwehwɛ no.
Angel invited me to come Ghana. I can say they have work from Ghana. And me, I'm a makeup artist. I make a face name. So I came and my friend, they are finished school. They said they don't work for Nigeria. They want to come Ghana and look for work. You know, they come. The same Angel, she's the one who I've got to Dubai before. She's the one who brought the men to and take them to Germany and Dubai. You see. So now they say without Angel we cannot come out, and we don't know how we can bring Angel. And we cannot stay here at Angel without take Angel. We don't know how to find her. The day they came to take us, Angel is not there. And when we call Angel, come.
Blessing Obueze ya wedi aduonu nsia eche kwanya a wo mo fa so ebepi oman Ghana mu ohaw ne abenedi a wo mo afemu na afi so de futu ma ne nuanom mo Nigeria man mu se omo mani na ho pa.
So when we get to Ghana, the driver stop us in one place and call the to come and pick us. So when you get picked us, she don't get to the hotel and I ask her, who is my boss? She said she's my boss. So is it Ghana here we are coming or Germany? She said that she cannot lie to me that it's Ghana here. And I said, I can't stay in Ghana. I will even advise them not to even go at all, not to try it. But they are deceivers. They don't talk to say the truth. They are liars. Yeah. Imagine me that they say it's going to Germany, find myself in Ghana. It's not good now.
People, this trip is not just about Ghana. One thing you need to understand, it was about the future of Africa, Africa's opportunity and Africa's place in the world. Something new is happening. And at the center of it all, a huge event called the TICAD, T-I-C-A-D 9th. This is the 9th edition. So this is the TICAD. That was a big, huge event called the TICAD, the Tokyo International Conference on African Development. That's what it stands for. So lovely people, this particular visit to Japan, a whole lot of things are hanging around this. So let's break everything down together. Maybe the youth will take a pieces from me. President Johndramanimahama's trip to Japan was not a holiday. It was part of a serious diplomatic and economic engagement in Japan. Arriving in Japan, the president actually met with leaders, Japan leaders, and joined other African representatives at the TICAD summit in one of the cities in Japan called Yokohama. All right, he even met Antonio Guterres, the UN Secretary General. All right, now what does this actually matter? This matters because Japan is one of the world top economy actually, with cutting-edge technology, strong industries, and a history of rebuilding itself from ashes into poverty. As of now, most of the African nations, all of us who started from ashes, we are still struggling in ashes. So at least Ghana and other African countries have a lot to gain from such a partnership of a country that has so much experience. If this deal and these meetings and engagement are actually approached wisely. Let's first of all start with the TICAD 9 itself, because this is where the bigger picture of the whole trip lies. TICAD, T-I-C-A-D, stands for Tokyo International Conference on African Development. The TICAD started in 1993, and the goal has always been to bring Japan, Africa, and international partners like the United Nations together to discuss development, not aid. All right, development, not aid. So this year in Japan was the 9th edition under the theme Co-Create Innovative Solution with Africa. Notice something, the wording, co-create. Okay, that means Africa is not just receiving help, or Africa is receiving help and aid. No. Africa is supposed to stand as an equal partner. So it's not Africa asking for help or aid, but it's about partnership. Let's look at the highlight of the TICAD. In the spotlight, the youth were in the spotlight in TICAD. For the first time, African youth had their own platform called Agenda 2055. At TICAD, at this meeting, African youth had this platform. They shared their visions of the Africa they, the youth of Africa, want to see. So this is historic because the future belongs to the youth. That is one thing. And now they have a voice at such a high level stage. That's beautiful. That's big news. Now, technology and AI was also in the conversation. Japan is committed to training 30,000 AI experts in Africa within 3 years. So Ghana will be included. All Africa countries will be included. But When the youth are ready to learn, then they can take advantage of it. Because so long as Ghana is concerned, the youth are not even interested in this. They are interested in useless trend. My youth are not interested in this. So I'm afraid we are going to miss this opportunity, by the way. Because the youth are driven away with partisan politics, so they can't see when opportunity is coming. On the other side of the conversation, trade and economy was also in the spotlight. Japan announced billions of loans and partnership. And we are not talking about Western loans that come with control and all that. No, genuine loan based on mutual terms and respect. You understand? And one key idea of the meeting, the entire meeting, which is so beautiful and beneficial to Africa, was the creation of an Indian Ocean African Economic Zone, which could connect this particular initiative, could connect Africa more closely with Asia and the Middle East. And this will help us boost trade and industrial growth in Africa. I followed the meeting critically. The last conversation at TICAD was focused on renewable energy, sustainable infrastructure, and support for peace building in conflict areas within Africa and beyond. And so, in short, TICAD was about partnership, innovation, and Africa taking its rightful place in global development. And I'm going to show you how Mahama went in there and sold the country out to investors, build investors' confidence into the country. So let's bring it back home, lovely people. Let's bring the meeting back home. Let's talk about how President Johndramanimahama sold Ghana's economic progress to the Japanese audience at the big TICAD forum in this Japan city. Johndramanimahama, the president of Ghana, His Excellency Johndramanimahama, he didn't just go there to smile as usual, shake hands and take pictures. He went there with a mission. The mission was to convince investors that Ghana is ready, stable, and open for business, because investors must have confidence in your economy before they can invest in your country. He made them understand that the inflation is under control. Mahama explained that not long ago, Ghana was struggling. Inflation was very high, around 23%, but today it has dropped about 13%, and the government is actually working hard to bring it down even further. This means that prices are becoming more stable, and investors out there don't have to fear wild economic swing. He spoke also about the big comeback of the city. You see, the president is selling the economy out so that the people can come in here and invest in the country. It can give job opportunity to the youth, but the youth were interested in which plane he took there, so that we can criticize him. Let me leave that out. The next thing the president did was he proudly spoke about the Ghana cedi. For years, the Ghana cedi was weak and unstable, but this year made them understand that the Ghana cedi has become the best performing currency in the entire world. That is not just good news for Ghana, lovely people. It is a big signal to foreign investors that Ghana is serious about managing its economy. And one of the things that investors were so much in love with was the credit rating upgrade that happened in Ghana. At the meeting, investors and the audience, they were happy to hear that Ghana's international credit rating has improved so much. From being considered as junk status, it has now been upgraded to a B rating with a stable outlook. The president was so confident that if the current trend continues, Ghana will be upgraded again soon. What does this mean, lovely people? It shows that the world financial institutions now trust Ghana more than before. And Mahama went on further to make them understand that Ghana is now easier to invest in, because he also spoke about new reforms that make it easier for businesses to enter Ghana. Before, if you were foreign business investors, you needed a huge amount of money, sometimes hundreds of thousands of dollars just to start. But now things have changed. The rules have been relaxed. Even smaller investors with $50,000 to $100,000 can come in and start business or start a business in Ghana. So this opened the door for more people, not just the big, corporations, more people to come in to start business in Ghana. And more business in Ghana give more job to the youth. But the youth are interested in which of the party I should belong to. We are interested in which political party. What is the opposition saying? So that we are being manipulated. Now, the President Johndramanimahama didn't stop there. He reminded the audience that Ghana is the home of the African Continental Free Trade Era Secretariat. And this gives investors access to a massive 1.4 billion people market across Africa, all with reduced trade barriers and tariffs. In simple terms, lovely people, if you set up in Ghana, you are not just selling to 34 million Ghanaians. You are reaching the whole African continent at once. From there, lovely people, the president of Ghana highlighted some key areas that investors can come in and invest in. Energy was the first one. He made them understand that Ghana is pushing for more renewable and reliable power. He spoke about tourism, showcasing Ghana's history, culture, and attractions. He spoke about infrastructure and ports, especially the modern Tema port. He spoke about digital economy, encouraging growth in tech and innovation. He's attracting or directing the attention of the investors into key areas that they can come and benefit from. And the president closed his message with a powerful closing line. He said, Ghana is open for business 24 hours a day. He wanted investors to see Ghana not just as another African country, but a safe, stable, and profitable gateway to Africa. So, lovely people, in front of the Japanese business community, the president of Ghana didn't just talk about politics or talk politics. He gave them real numbers, real progress, and real reason to trust Ghana's economy. That is how you turn an economic speech into a strong business speech. Before we go into what the Japanese brought on the table, the question is the youth of Ghana ready if the opportunities are in? Before we even talk about are they ready, are they even doing research to know that there's opportunity coming or there's opportunity in the country? No. Nothing like that. The same youth who are crying that we want job, of course. We want opportunity. When the president traveled out, we are interested in which plane he took out. Instead of finding out why is the president out of the country and what is the purpose. After the meeting, okay,
all right, guys. Based on what we have seen on the report, this guy has double passports. One Ghana passport, one Nigeria passport. What does it tell us? It tells us that this is the criminality of Nigerians in Ghana. We saw the other ones who were trafficked to Ghana, how they have now been apprehended and arrested by the Ghana police, immigrations. And on the quest for, finding out more details about them, you heard clearly how some of them came in, how they were tricked, how they were deceived. Guys, I just want to be in the best of my emotions because I feel very, very worried. I feel very, very pained. I feel very, very, I don't know the right word to describe how I feel watching these videos. I don't know how I feel watching these videos because it's disturbing. Like, to think of the fact that Nigerians, we have this kind of Nigerians who have family in Ghana. That's to tell you that vast majority of Nigerians, at the end of the day, commit these crimes and they harbor themselves and they take Ghana as their hideout. It is not shocking to me because this is exactly what I have been talking and screaming, that the hike of crime in Ghana today is as a result of this kind of incident, this kind of occurrence, this kind of happenings going on in Ghana. This is very, very sad and very painful to watch. Guys, I just needed to bring this out here because I lack words. You know that point where you get to and you are short of words? I lack words at this point. Based on what my brother have also shown, based on what the president went to Ghana to do, we have seen what Ghana is up to. We've seen what the president is up and about. But I think alongside whatever development is coming to Ghana, the insecurity as such we have seen should also be a major concern. If you are a true Ghanaian, because I wonder at this point what it is like in Ghana. Guys, let me know your thoughts in the comments because I'm so, I don't want to say I'm emotional. I don't want to say I'm depressed, but I'm dumbfounded. I'm speechless. What are your thoughts? What are your opinions in the comments? Leave them. Like this video, share, and stay subscribed. And I will see you in my next one.